Okay, this video lesson is over Star Dancer for cello. Okay, I'm going to break it down into smaller sections so it's easy to manage. So here are your smaller sections that I'm going to work in. I'm going to do each small section and then play through the whole piece for you at the end. Okay, I'm going to start at the very beginning to 11 is your first chunk. The next chunk is from 11 to 19. Then 19 to 27. Then 27 to 35, then 35 to 43, and then 43 to the end. All right, let's start at the very beginning. You want to have some space in between these double stops right here, between the C and the G double stops, okay? If not, it's going to sound real mushy. There's not going to be a definitive rhythm. So have some space in between these half notes and quarter notes, just like this. 1, 2, listen, and. Okay, as opposed to, you don't want to do this. Okay, it just sounds more mature when we have space in between each of our notes. Okay, also follow your printed bowings. The printed bowings are there for a reason. Okay, there's a 1 lift set in this section that I want you to take out, and that lift set is in measure 10. Scratch that lift set out. All the other lift sets in this section you want to do. One last thing in this section is measure 10. Make sure those accents are articulated and punched. Okay, here we go from the very beginning. 1, 2, beginning, go. Rest, rest, rest. Rest, rest, rest. Rest, rest, rest. Rest. Accent. Notice I ended up bow, so I didn't need to do that lift set in measure 10 because I'm going to end up down bow for measure 11. Okay, moving on to the next section, measure 11 through 19. In measure 13, you have your shift from the E, first finger, to the F sharp white tape. Okay, you're going to move your first finger from E to the F sharp white tape, then your second finger for G, fourth finger for the A, and then you're going to go back to first position in measure 15. You go back to first position and measure 15. Okay, watch me as I do this shift, just in measure 13 and 14. Here's 13 and 14. 1, 2, watch now. Back to first position for measure 15 with that E. Okay, watch it one more time. 13 and 14. And then back to first position for the E. Okay, here we go. 11 through 19. Let's play through that section. Also, eliminate that lift set in measure 18. We don't need that one. Take that one out in 18. Here we go. Measure 11. 1, 2, 11, go. Shift. Accent. And again, notice I didn't have to do a lift set because I ended up bow. Okay. Measure 19 you have as a rest. So we come in at measure 20. Observe your dynamics. Now we have piano, okay? So try and get your bow a little bit over your fingerboard. Not way up here, not way over here. Try and get it right over your fingerboard. Just right there, okay? Tilt the stick in a little bit towards you so it gets even softer. Tilt the stick in towards you. Here we go. Starting at measure 20 because 19 you have a full bar of rest. Measure 20. 1, 2, ready, go. Okay, and then also in measure 21 and 22, place those accents appropriately. Okay, let's try it 19 to 27 again. Ready, 1, 2, soft, go. Okay. Now, measure 27 to 35 in our next section, we have a slightly different notes in measure 29 and 30 than we had in measure 21 and 22. Okay, our notes in measure 29 and 30 are slightly different than the ones that we had in measures 21 and 22. The accents are placed in the same exact spot, but the notes are different. Okay, so be aware of that. Here we go, from 27 all the way to 35. And then also in measure 33, it's just like the beginning again. Okay, put the space in between all those notes and those double stops. Here we go, 27 to 35. 1, 2, 27, go. Rest, rest, rest. Okay, remember, don't forget about space right there at the end, 33 and 34. All right, and 35 to 43, exactly like the beginning. Exactly like the beginning. The one lift set do you want to take out is in measure 42. Take out the lift set in measure 42. Okay, don't forget about your accents as well in that measure. Here we go, 35 to 43. 1, 2, ready, and. Rest, rest, rest. Rest, rest, rest. Rest, rest, rest. Rest. Accent. Okay, and I ended up bow, so I don't need that lift set. So go ahead and take it out. 43 to the end. The fingering for measure 13 is the exact same thing as it is in 45. The exact same measure, they just copy and paste. So measure 45, again, your fingering is going to be like this. Okay, it's going to be just like that. Same exact thing as the very beginning. Here we go, 43 to the end. Also, in measure 48, could you take those two quarter notes and put a slur over it? Measure 48, take those two quarter notes, beats 3 and 4, put a slur on it, and it's going to be an up bow. That way you end up down bow for measure 49. Okay? Measure 48, you want to slur those two quarter notes, beats 3 and 4, slur them up bow, so you can end up down bow in measure 49. Okay, here we go. Also in this section, you're going to start piano, and then in measure 47, grow to forte out of nowhere. Okay, here we go. 43, piano. 1, 2, ready, and. And at the very end, try not to hit your G string so hard that you hit the C string, because here's what happens when you play too hard on the G string and you accidentally hit your C string at the very end. It's going to sound like this. And that's what we call dissonance in music, and we don't want that, okay? So be very careful at the very end not to hit your C string. All right, let's play through the whole thing now. I think I've gone through everything I need to go through. Here we go, from the very beginning. Don't forget about space. 1, 2, beginning, go. Rest, rest, rest. Rest, rest, rest. Rest, rest, rest. Rest. Accent. 11. Accent. 1, 2, 3, piano. Pepperoni Rest, rest, rest. Rest, rest, rest. Rest, rest, rest. Rest. Accent. Shift. Alright, and that should cover just about everything in Start Answer. Repeat this video as necessary.